Podobno ujawniony został plan Gmana. Jaki to plan? Dzisiaj się tym zajmiemy. Skibidi 77 part 4. Zapraszam. Predykcje. Zostawcie lajka. No dobra, co no? Czy coś dziwnego tutaj na nim? Zęby ma jak wiewiórka.
You can also recall episodes 67 and 68, where there were many of his fakes. In fact, think of any episode where he appeared before the Astro Toilet's arc started. Back then, G-Man, although he often fled from...
Ty nie mówcie, że on tutaj sugeruje, ten twórca, że G-Man był fejkowy. Tam w walce z tytanami.
...from the battlefield, was still fighting against the Alliance and didn't hint
A
at
to
the truth,
niemożliwe
even though
raczej.
he always knew about the existence of the Astro Toilets. This is clear from the document in episode 74. However, after the Alliance's major victory in episode 70, G-Toilet drastically changed. First, he started speaking in English instead of the usual Skibidi language, which he began doing.
No ale Boom powiedział, że Skibidi Toilet potrafią mówić po angielsku czy tam po ludzku, natomiast tego nie robią, bo uważają ten język ludzki za gorszej kategorii, nie?
In episode 73, though he could have spoken English earlier since he's connected to the Astro Toilets. Second, G-Toilet betrayed not only the Astro Toilets, but also the scientist who had saved him multiple times. An interesting
Serio?
observation.
Tak jak, no może tak być, że G-Man współpracuje z sekretnym agentem, nie? Cały czas.
In episode 65, the scientist abandoned a fake G-Toilet, but this was planned. 5 episodes later, the situation repeated itself, but this time the real G-Man left the real scientist. If you
No
go
właśnie,
5
opuścił
episodes
go.
back, you'll see the scientist saving a fake G-Toilet from the Astro Toilet's clutches. You'll understand why I'm telling you this soon. Based on these events, the viewers have split into several camps. The most far-fetched theory is that G-Toilet was replaced by a fake after episode 67.
Ty, no ale czy myślicie, że byłby zamieniony na fejka? No raczej bez sensu, bo to by nie miało sensu w fabule, nie?
But that's not a solid argument, so we'll rule it out.
No właśnie.
Other viewers are debating between 3 ideas. Some think G-Toilet is a traitor who uses everyone for his own benefit, and finally showed his true colors after episode 70, when he realized things were getting dangerous. Others see him as a redeemed character, ready to fight against the Astro Toilets to save Earth. Lastly, there's a theory that G-Man is playing both sides for some unknown goal that we haven't
No ale raczej na dwie strony, w sensie raz na Sojusz, raz na Skibidi Toilet, bo na Astro to raczej na pewno nie jest po stronie Astro.
understood yet. As you probably guessed from the title and thumbnail, today we'll explore the third theory because personally, I find it the most likely. The phrase in the spoiler, 2 steps ahead, and the short with Titan TV man about him having his own plan gave me some interesting thoughts. Today, I'll try to predict what G-Toilet might do in part 4.
To raczej nie ma tak, że się dogadali z Tytanem TV Manem, to by było bez sensu.
By the end, you'll understand why I'm focusing so much on him, even though the spoiler about being 2 steps ahead involved all 3 characters. So stay tuned, watch till the end, and of course, don't forget to like if you want the next episode as soon as possible, just like me. Also, subscribe, because I have an unexpected video coming soon that you're sure to enjoy.
No może też, bo wiecie, Two Steps Ahead to trochę się jest nawiązanie do Awokado, który oszukał wszystkich. Myśleli wszyscy, że on jest dalej taki przy sobie, a on schudnął za ten czas. Nagrał tyle filmów, że po prostu na zapas, nie? A on wtedy jakby dochodził do siebie. Więc być może rzeczywiście tu chodzi o fake, że ktoś kogoś oszukał. Te Two Step Ahead, więc być może... A ja mam takie, jakby Tytan TV Man oszukał w jakiś sposób i to była kopia Tytana TV Mana, albo coś takiego, albo naukowiec, no bo to wiecie, bo to by pasowało do tego, jakbyśmy myśleli, że ktoś naprawdę nie żyje, a ktoś żyje, nie?
Anyway,
No
here we
ale
go.
cóż.
Let me first explain why G-Toilet changed so much. Earlier, he acted on the orders of the Astro Toilets, with his main task being to prepare Earth for the arrival of their fleet. G-Toilet was sent to Earth alongside lower-ranked Astro Toilets to take over the planet. Although his mission didn't always go smoothly, he continued fulfilling his duties. Later, G-Toilet and the scientist started collaborating with a secret agent to gain new technology and knowledge. However, what
Ciekawe,
exactly
czy to
they
tak
traded
będzie.
in return, or what tasks they performed, remains unknown. At some point, G-Man stopped following the Astro Toilet's orders, leading to his failures. The Astro Toilets, seeing his shortcomings, decided to send soldiers to eliminate him. Meanwhile, the scientist began working on his final project, which, unfortunately, he never completed as he was killed. After his death, G-Toilet took over the project and decided to ally with the agents. Analyzing these events, it becomes clear that G-Toilet made many mistakes, but is now striving to make amends
No ale myślicie, że G-Man by się tak szybko ulepszył i to by było ciekawe.
and avoid bigger
Tu jest taka luka w tej fabule, że tak minęło mało czasu, a G-Man jest w stanie, wiecie, przyjść jako tytan.
problems. He betrayed his horrific race, which was the first step toward righting his wrongs. That's what I'd say if this series were straightforward, with clear divisions between good guys and bad guys. However, as we see with the Astro Toilets, things are much more complex. It turned out that the Skibidi toilets were dependent on them. There's no simple opposition here, and the story develops in gray areas where the characters' motives remain unclear. This makes us wonder, perhaps G-Man has his own hidden agenda, and he's acting in ways that are
Jestem pewien, że G-Man coś knuje, nie? I to jego się
not
tyczy,
as
to te two
obvious
steps
as they
ahead
seem.
też, nie?
Naturally, I don't claim that G-Toilet will reveal all his hidden cards in episode 77. On the contrary, I think he'll show his best side in part 4 of episode 77. Returning to the phrase, 2 steps ahead, and considering that in the original it continues with, I am the villain, it's possible we'll hear these words from him during his appearance. For those who missed it, phrases from spoilers usually appear later in the series. For example, the spoiler for episode 73 included the phrase, you have no idea what's coming, which
No
G-Toilet
to był cytat, nie? No być może to two steps ahead też jest cytatem, nie? I to będzie użyta fraza w odcinku. No to jest prawda w sumie.
said in the episode. Now, to predict what his plan could be, we need to look at his previous trap in episode 65 and how it was set up. I won't dive into the details because we discussed it in previous videos, but briefly, his plan could be predicted starting
Fejkowego G-Mana podeślą.
from episode 60, where he had small lasers, while the real G-Man had large lasers. This suggests that in episode 57, the original G-Man appeared, but from episode 60 onwards, it was a fake, with the truth revealed in episode 65. In this case, it's not a fake G-Toilet, since the G-Toilet from episode 67 and the G-Toilet from episode 71 look identical. So what could happen this time? To be honest, I rewatched the last 10 episodes and examined every tiny detail related to G-Toilet, but I couldn't find a definitive answer. However, I couldn't leave you without this theory.
No
As you
ciekawe.
know, I love
Ale wiecie co należałoby zrobić? Po prostu pobrać te odcinki, zrobić tam z jakością, poprawić jakość, w sensie rozjaśnić, bo wiele jest takich poukrywanych rzeczy,
creating
gdzie my tego nie widzimy, bo
what-if
jest zaciemnione.
scenarios. So let me share my version of the plot, which is unlikely to happen, but it illustrates what I mean by being 2 steps ahead. G-Toilet could deliberately not enter the battle right away, letting both opponents exhaust their resources and energy on each other. At the last moment, he would show up to demonstrate who's really in control. When he arrives, Juggernaut and Titan TV Man would pause their fight, waiting to
No nie wiem, bo to tak ich jeszcze nie osłabili bardzo Astro Toalety, no bo mamy Mothershipa, mamy kobietę Astro, mamy UFO, no, Skorpion jest przecież naprawiany,
G-Toilet's reaction.
także nie do
Suddenly,
końca.
he says an epic line and to everyone's surprise, approaches Titan TV Man, not to help, but to finish him off. Seeing this,
Serio? Wykończy
Juggernaut would
Tytana TV
naturally
Mana?
support him. But at some point, Titan TV Man would teleport his hand behind Juggernaut while he's distracted, grabbing him to prevent him from escaping with his super speed. G-Toilet had been pretending all along and had already made a deal with Titan TV Man to pull off this unexpected move. Now,
Aha,
Juggernaut
no ale
has
ten
no
deal to
chance
raczej
of
wątpię,
survival.
że...
This idea came to
Chociaż...
me when a subscriber left this comment a few days ago. And if you think about it, Titan TV Man could have met with G-Toilet off-screen.
No
In
jest
episode
ciekawe, czy
74,
rzeczywiście tak było, że oni się gdzieś tam spotkali wcześniej.
Titan TV Man tried to teleport behind G-Toilet, and at that moment,
To
he
by było
yelled at TV
ciekawe dla
scientist when
fabuły.
the latter simply asked him not to kill G-Toilet, but bring him to the lab. Moments later, there was a massacre, and he even lost his friend, Titan Cameraman. This might have been the X event that made him rethink his actions and come up with a plan together with G-Toilet. After all, I don't think Titan TV Man is smart enough to come up with a plan on his own. Honestly, he seems a bit too slow-witted for that. In conclusion, to sum it up briefly, I'd describe my thoughts like this. Juggernaut is 1 step ahead, Titan TV Man is 2 steps ahead, and G-Toilet is 3 steps ahead. Considering
Ciekawe. No ale to robimy tego z Gmana, robimy takiego kurde gościa mózga, co jest przed wszystkimi normalnie, mistrz szachowy.
100 million views, I think Defuk Boom would want to replicate that success. He likely developed an even more brilliant plot twist for each character.
Kurde, jutro sobota, słuchajcie, nie mamy żadnych przecieków. Czekamy na te przecieczki, żeby w końcu wyszedł ten odcinek. Mam nadzieję, że on w niedzielę wyjdzie wieczorem, a nie wcześniej.
TV Man, and finally G-Toilet, all in one episode. If this happens, I'll be thrilled. Again.
No nic, no ciekawe teorie, ale moim zdaniem to nie do końca się tak sprawdzi.